Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurrect Autos HQ. Today guys, it's Thursday. You're actually going to be watching this on Friday evening, and I'm actually going away for the weekend, going to Brighton for the weekend, so that'd be good. Going to look at the Christmas markets and yeah, go down with the family and just get away from the weekend, just see what we can find for Christmas. But yeah, so you'll be watching this on Friday afternoon, Friday evening, normal time. I'm going to set it up, but I thought I'll do a little bit of filming today, a little bit of filming tomorrow morning, and then 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon and Friday, we're off. So I thought I'd get a little bit in for you guys. It's going to be like a few bits and pieces today. We're going to be looking at this blue Fiesta today, trying to get that looked at as well. We're going to do some more on this silver one as well, the Fiesta. We're going to try and put the sign up. We're going to put the, come around camera. I've got the position for the stove, which is a temporary position for the stove in a minute. We're going to take it up and out of that vent like that as a temporary basis, because I just want to see how much heat it actually puts in here. Is it going to be enough? Like, do you know what I mean? There's no point moving all my camera. Move, please, camera. Thank you. There's no point moving all that stuff, because I've got to put it in that corner over there. It's got to sit in that corner because there is solar panels on the roof, and the owner doesn't want the flue going through the wall and then up and it going anywhere near the solar panels, which is fair enough. I've got to, you know what I mean, I've got to say there's some heat come off this stove apparently. So the flue has got to be away from the solar panels, which is in that far corner, which is no panels. It ends, where does it end? About here, the panels end about here. So I've got the rest of the room to get it into that corner. Whether or not it's going to be, yeah, good enough to heat the actual area and place that I'm in, the workshop. And that's why I'm going to do it temporary in that position there, just to see what it's going to be like. So we'll do that today, guys, or over the next, today and tomorrow morning. But yeah, you know, we've got a lot going on. Still got to try and get this flushed out. We'll try and crank, because I had it cranking yesterday as well, that blue one. So we'll have a look at that as well, get that cranking and turn it over. So yeah, let's just get into it and let's get started. Right, guys, yeah, so part of today's video, or part of this upload, is going to be this car and a few other bits and pieces around the actual workshop. Last night, I stayed till about 5:30, 6 o'clock, just working on this, see if we can get it running. So basically what's happening is it's cranking, and we've put in brake cleaner and easy start down this intake there. And to be honest with you, once we were spraying the brake cleaner is a lot stronger, and it did start only for a few seconds, and then was spluttering and cut out again. So yeah, you know, we've had a look. You know, we've had a good look over it. We've plugged the computers in. Nothing is showing on the computer at all on this engine. No engine management lights coming up. We're getting nothing. We tried the multi-scan, 4-scan on the laptop. The mechanic's got one. He plugged it in, and we was cranking it, and seeing the volumes of the fuel rail pressure. We was looking at all those pressures, all the fuel pressures, and everything is going where it should go. Do you know what I mean? So what he's saying now, he can't understand why it won't run, because he's checked the timing twice. I've checked it as well. It's all lined up. It's all timed. It's there where it should be, honestly. So what he's thinking now is that the lifters in the actual cam, because the oil is so thick in here, he's thinking that it could be something to do with they're getting stuck. The lifters are getting stuck, open or closed, and that way it's not actually performing the way it should do. So we've got to do an engine flush. We've got the gear down there. You know, all we can do is pull the oil out. It's not running, so it's not going to, you know, run around the engine itself. You're supposed to do it whilst the engine's running, but we can't get it at that point. To get to the lifters and that, you've got to take the cover off. You've got to take part of the top head off. You know, they're underneath. You can't see them from the top. You can only see the actual lobes on the actual cam. So you can't see them. They're underneath. Do you know what I mean? So all we can do really is do that. Is drop the oil out and then put the flushing oil in, and then just keep cranking it to see if it will sort of loosen it up and see if it'll go. I'm going to set you up. I'm going to show you exactly what's happening. We've got the exhaust system all sort of disconnected here. So obviously the exhaust fumes are going to come out of here. So there's no blockage going down into PD. So we're taking that away. Yeah, there's compression. So when he's cranking it, he was holding it like this, feeling the compression on the engine, and he can feel it sucking. So there's compression sucking it, trying to suck the air in. Yeah, it's just a real strange one, this one. I don't think it's got anything to do with what happened with the repairs on the back of the car. I just think it's a coincidence that this has happened whilst he had it. So, yeah, honestly, you know, we'll get down to it. I'll keep working on it. At some point, I've got to go, well, you know, let's get someone else to have a look at it. They might have, you know, a second opinion, or just someone else with a fresh mind, with someone else that could look at it. So that might happen as well, but that ain't going to happen this side of Christmas. It'll have to happen after Christmas, probably. There's too much going on. So, yeah, that's where we are. But I'll come back to you on this one. This one, I've sorted the aerial out. Managed to get that screwed back in. I've got the old piece out of there. And how I did that, I'll show you what I used. It was these little drill bits here, and they're reverse thread. So you reverse thread them in, and as you reverse thread it lock. Now those threads are reverse thread. So as you put it in, it locks it in place, and then it pulls and it undoes the piece in there, which is quite clever, really. But yeah, they're not mine. I had to borrow them, so I'll have to give them back. But yeah, so the aerial's done. That's all in place. It's looking so much cleaner in here. I'm so much happy with it. Still got to do the dash and all the plastics and that sort of side of it. So there is still work to be done in here. But looking and smelling 10 times better than what it was. So that's the main thing. We've got to do a mirror on here as well. You see that it's cracked, the side mirror. So I've got one here through my spares. So we'll have that off, the old one, and put this one on back on. And that's obviously why, you know, I'll try and keep as much stuff as I can parts wise, because you never know when you're going to need it. And it's exactly what's, you know, it's occurred. We've got a smash mirror. I ain't got to buy one. I've got one here. Swap it over. Job done. So yeah, that's the you know, that's the good thing about, you know, just working on one particular car, one particular model, one particular make. But it gets boring after a little while. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd love to keep doing Fiestas, but it just don't really sort of work out. Little bread and butter cars, yeah, perfect, fine. But I want to move on to other cars. I want to sort of like that Polo GTI, lovely car to work on. I love working on the R-Baths, Fiat 500 R-Baths. I like working on them. And the BMWs, you know, we've started 1 Series now. So I'm starting to move off of mainly Fiestas and doing other stuff, which is good for yous. It's interesting for you to watch as well. And, yeah, we'll just move on. But this is where the stoves, the fire's going to go. Let's see if it's going to work. But I'm going to stick it here. I've already got some wood, timber, all cut up, ready. Some nice kindling there. And then some bigger kiln wood. And then we'll just, yeah, start the fire. Hopefully we can get it in today. If not tomorrow morning. But we'll get it in on this video, guys. Don't worry. So there we go. That's a quick update of what's going on. We've got to get the bumper as well today. That's apparently been ready, so we've got to go and pick that up. We'll put the sign up there, so you'll see me do that at some point in this video. So yeah, just a few bits and pieces. So that's enough waffling. Let's just crack on. We could possibly get these seats back in, to be honest with you. Get the seats back in, they're out of the way, and then they can be sort of sitting there drying. They look pretty good, to be honest with you. Much better than what they were. They're still wet. So because it's not, it's not particularly warm in here. I'll see what it's like out, see if there's any sun outside, and then maybe we'll get it out there and have a look. Not really. It's bright, but it's not sunny. So I don't think that's going to do us any favours. So we'll keep them in here. Maybe we'll just put them back in the car so they're out of the way. And then we'll have a good tidy up, good sort out. And yeah, I've got to go and get the flushing. Sorry, not the flushing. I've got to go and get the oil filter off of here. I'm going to take the oil filter off. And then we can get the flushing oil in, drop the oil down, and that sort of stuff. So yeah, let me see if there should be enough battery charge on it. I've been charging it overnight, so let me just undo this. I'll set you up on the tripod, and I'll try and crank it over, and I'll show you exactly what's going on. So let me do this now. Right, guys. So let me just show you, yeah, what is going on when I go to start it. I just want to open up the door quickly. Actually, I just forgot. Just because, fumes and stuff. So let me just show you. Bit more power. Yeah, do you see what I mean there? It kind of, like, it wants to go. Like, and at the first sort of couple, it did go. Really, really strange, guys. Really strange. But that's what I'm having. Every time. It just won't continuously go. Something's stopping it from sort of some firing. So we're thinking that sort of do the oil. So we'll do the oil, we'll drain the old stuff out. And we'll see if it's the actual lifters. We'll see if it's the actual lifters that's causing the problem. Because obviously, the lifters have got to be up and down and go a certain point for the engine to actually continuously run. But very, very strange. And you see what I'm saying there? I'm getting that light flash on. Dad, see that light? Look. which I think that is glow plugs, isn't it? That light. So yeah, really, really strange. So as you just saw there, it wants to go, and it's smoking as well. So there's fuel going through, otherwise it wouldn't smoke. Sort of burning off the actual fuel. Such a strange one, isn't it? It's a really, really weird one. So there you go. That's where we are with it. We've just got to keep going and looking into it and see what the problem is. Just keep going, but. You know, the mechanic thinks it might have something to do with the oil. It's too tacky. So let's do that next. Let's drop the oil at the bottom and let's stick in the flushing oil. And yeah, let's do that. Let's see if that makes a difference. I'm not convinced, but let's see what happens. So yeah, let's do this. Right, the guys, there we go. That's the oil draining out. And as you can see how thick that is, it's taking yeah, it's taken a while to come out. But yeah, it's really thick. But we'll get rid of this crappy stuff, and we'll put it through some flushing oil through it, and then yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Don't know what that dark colour's all about. I don't think that's coolant mixing, is it? No, it can't be. Can't be. I'll show you the mechanic, see what he thinks, but I don't think it is. Don't think it is. We'll see. God. But yeah, we'll let that just drain off for a little while. We'll crack on with some other stuff, guys, and then we'll get in the flushing oil once it's, you know, had a really good sort of flush through. I'll just let it go. Let's undo the cap just to let some air pass through. Do you never know? A bit better. Yeah. So let's leave it like that for now, and I'll come back to it and show you that in a minute. So let's crack on with this. Let's get those seats back in place, and let's just move on and see what we can get done. So let's do this. Right, guys, there we go. That looks good up there, doesn't it, eh? I've got to move the flag. We'll put it somewhere else. Maybe put the flag behind the work area, desk place over there, or stick it up in the middle there somewhere. Yeah, I will put it up because, yeah, I do like to support the NHS doing their bit for us, keeping us safe. So, but yeah, at least that's up now, Simon. Also, what did I do? Oh, I put the seats back in the car. I've done the front of this one as well, so they can sit in there. Still got to clean these seals. I started doing the dash, so it's looking a lot better. Still got to do the other side. So yeah, it's just a case of yeah, just going through the details and sort of getting this car back to running on the road, MOT worthy and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, slowly getting there. Right, let's move on to this. So the oil is now drained out, and I think we're gonna chuck in the flushing oil now. So I'll put this in, and then just keep cranking it, and it'll sort of just push around the system. Like I said before, well, ideally this needs to be running. You know, it is a diesel, and it won't get hot quick, the engine itself and around. So it's not like a petrol engine where a petrol engine will get hot really quick, but a diesel engine don't. So, but I just think anything can help at this point. So let's do that. I'll chuck it in, and I'll bring the truck in as well, and then I'll set you up on a tripod. Let's get the truck connected with the jump leads as well, and let's give it enough, you know, a good power to crank it over again, and we'll try it again, and we'll just have a look. But something is stopping it from starting, and it's definitely not the timing. That's not stopping it. And you know, this fuel going to the system. So the only thing that could be stopping it is the opening and shutting of the valves in there. So let's just try it. You know, you've got to keep going and keep trying. So I'll set you up, and let's do this. Right, okay, guys. So as you saw there, yeah, we are trying to get it running. And to be honest, it was running when we were squirting the brake cleaner into the intake. And it was running really rough. Don't get me wrong, because obviously brake cleaner is really strong, and it's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be used as fuel. It's just supposed to be used as a starter, so that it starts the engine, and then, you know, the engine can then feed off of the actual injectors for the diesel supply that it needs. But it's not doing that at all, and it just seems to sort of, yeah, run on the actual brake cleaner. And then once the brake cleaner is completely empty out of the system, it stalls and dies again. So there's definitely some sort of fuel problem, because it wasn't running smooth on the brake cleaner, but it was running. So that suggests that the timing is okay and the engine is where it should be. It seems like it's a fuel problem. So what we've done is I've pulled the actual injectors out, all 4 of them, and we're going to get those bench tested to make sure that they're working the way they should work. And they will look at the whole, each injector himself. I think it was like £35 per injector to bench test and check. So I think it's worth a check. I have been getting some messages and comments on the previous video saying that there could be a air leak in the fuel system, which again suggests that there could be a problem there as well. So it's looking like that it's going that way, like fuel related, airline related, something like that. So yeah, I've pulled them out, the injectors. The guy's going to come and pick them up. He's going to drop them back off tomorrow, which will be Friday. You'll be watching this Friday evening, guys, but I'll be sort of I'll be away for the weekend. So they'll come back to us on Monday morning, and then I'll chuck them in. Hopefully, everything's okay with them. If not, you might have to hold on to them, get them repaired. We've got to look at the cost. I've got to speak to Dave, the owner, as well. Just keep him informed of what's going on. I had a conversation with him. I spoke to him on the phone, and basically he's saying, he's saying the same. He's saying the things that I'm thinking as well, which we cannot continue throwing money at something that we don't know that will solve the problem. And that's the trouble with these kind of cars, isn't it, guys? You just, I really wish that there would be a system where the car can tell you, exactly what's the problem and where it is. There is a lot of electrics and there is a lot of stuff on these cars, these modern cars, but these kind of things, there's no sort of computer that's telling us that where the issue is. So you just have to go back to old school, just going through it. It's just a bit of a crappy thing, but we've got to do it, guys. So there we go. I just thought I'd keep you updated, keep you in the loop. So that is going to be the end of today's video. Like I said, I'm going away this weekend, so you'll see this on Friday, guys. I will put it out for you to watch, and then we'll resume this. Hopefully, we'll have the rejectors back, and we'll resume on this on Monday. If not, we'll have to wait maybe a couple of days for them. We'll jump on something else while we're waiting for that to come back. But yeah, I'm still waiting to get the log burner in as well. So it's just not enough time in the day. Never is. Never enough time in the day. So there we go. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.